Hi, I'm Malin Johnson with Main Street Guyman. It's May and we are filming On the Bricks in the new Galleon restaurant. With us is Ian McCulloch. Is it McCulloch?
McCulloch. Yes.
McCulloch.
Come from the Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah,
So,
I do too. I came from there in September.
I know. Yeah. They're still talking about that actually. I think. Yeah.
They miss me.
Yeah, they sent me some emails. You know, some choice words.
Well,
about
we
it,
asked
so.
them if they knew you.
Yeah, we're like this.
And we're here in the Galleon restaurant. So you've come back home, even though you talk funny.
Sure.
You're a Guymanite.
Yeah.
It's really confusing, but
Sure. Even though I'm still a British citizen, I still claim Guyman as my home. Guyman's been very important for my upbringing, creating who I am.
well, you came as a kid.
When I was 10, yes, we were the first family here for Seaboard. And so I've just been ingrained in the community with the people and events and everything like that. So I moved back to Guyman. Dr. Manny Barris and I have been wanting to work together for a while, and just timing never really worked out until this opportunity took place. So I moved back last August and started working fiercely on the Galleon, and now it's hard for us to believe that almost a month on Friday we've been open. So
well, there's a story behind how you chose the name and the menu and all that. Will you give that?
Yeah. So with us, everything that the concept we've come upon has a story, has a value. This is Manny's big dream. So obviously know how important the Barrises are in the community with all the different businesses. But this is his baby. This is his true dream that he wanted to make sure happen. So the Galleon is to do with the trades of 1565. They started from Acapulco to Mexico. Took them about 60 days with the influence of colonial Spain, and they came back from Manila all the way to Acapulco in 60 days as well. So it's our take on the fusion.
On the galleons.
On the galleon ships, yes. As you can see, our wonderful mural behind us here done by the Official Art Department. So we're very appreciative of them. So they came back on these galleon ships, and our galleon is a fusion of these spice trades. One of the first that happened in the world.
And the menu reflects that also.
Yes, it does. The menu reflects that. So our food to even our drinks, cocktails, and all that. Everything has a vision, a story that helps us show everyone the Galleon story, the message that we want.
And you just opened.
Yes, we opened on the 25th officially of March. We were lucky, we got to serve the Oklahoma Arts Council on the 23rd, 2 days before. You were here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we really got to expose some of our friends down across the, central Oklahoma.
It was a whole
and show, really
group.
show what Guyman's about. Not only just Galleon, but obviously a lot of other entities.
They were very impressed, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah.
So tell me, in this short amount of time that you've had, what are the favorites on the menu? What seem to be
favorites? So our signature dish is our paella. We get our seafood fresh from the Pacific.
It's never been frozen.
Never been frozen. So basically we call our fishermen, they get it in for us. So our paella, this is our signature dish. Comes out in a skillet, a nice crispy rice dish with vegetables in it, and you get two different kinds. We've got our seafood, which is going to be our mussels and shrimp, or our combination, which will be chicken, chorizo, and shrimp.
And what is chorizo?
Chorizo is a Spanish kind of sausage. So Manny and Susan always talk about too when they were young. They always used to fight over the crispy parts of the rice. And so whenever you're eating our paella and you get to the bottom, that's very much the best part of it. Nice and crispy, and just it's so good. You have to try it.
I haven't tried that.
Well, we're gonna need to take care of that, don't we?
It's inevitable.
Good.
So the paella. What else? What else has become?
One of my favorites is the escabeche. It's a steelhead trout, and this comes from the Pacific as well. A lot of our guests, when we do present our escabeche, think that it's salmon, but it's actually has an orange tinge to it. Just the type of trout that we do get. Nice sweet and sour sauce, peppers on top, and most of all our dishes do come with our rice. We got our Spanish rice for our paella. We also have our coconut rice and our garlic rice. And that's definitely one of my favorites.
Is it boned or?
No, there is no bones. It is boneless. boneless.
That makes a difference.
It does make a difference. I mean, I've worked in the restaurant business for a while, and you've seen, the frozen industry for fish has come a long way. It's definitely more than, definitely 30 years ago. But the fact that we can get fresh product in, it makes all the difference. The taste, the quality, it's just out of this world.
And you get it fresh every other day, correct?
Yes, we do. Yes,
Floating.
Yeah, whenever we need to order. Obviously, we have to really work on our portions, and all that. We basically call a Pacific Seafood Company, I believe. I think they're out of Seattle. If we can call by 2 p.m., next day we get it by 2 p.m. I mean, they process it, the fish that night, FedEx it out, and it ends up coming from Amarillo all the way to Guyman.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is amazing. So, who would have thought in Guyman, Oklahoma, small little town, that we can get this fresh seafood.
All right, share a few other things that are on the menu because people wonder.
Sure.
And try to explain them like you have, because some people are not very adventurous with their palate.
And we also knew this whenever we were starting Galleon, that we would have to break barriers. That obviously, with our location, and people are used to certain types of foods. So that being, with the Spanish, Mexican, the Filipino theme, it really is a lot of the food everyone's used to.
Yes.
It just may be done a different way. This is some of the true food from old Mexico, not the Tex-Mex stuff. Some of the original food. So that being said, the taste profiles are just going to be a little different. So for our appetizers, for example, our guacamole is made fresh at the table. There's nice little cilantro, onions, tomatoes, jalapenos, and our servers make it fresh for our guests. One of my favorite appetizers are the gambas. These are lovely, delectable fresh shrimp and a nice butter garlic oil. Comes out in a skillet. Nice little rustic bread, dip in that garlic oil. It's really incredible. The ceviche is really neat because we're giving you the option to get the Mexican, the Filipino, or both. The Mexican, if we think of Mexico, we think of heats. We think of spice, the tomato, the onion, the cilantro, with a nice little kick in it. And that's going to be with shrimp as well. And then our Filipino is fresh cod. And we actually use our vinegar that is used to help cook the cod, with the acidity. And you can get these, as a combination. So try both different dishes, to taste your palate. And that being said, like I said, we have every story in place. So as soon as the server greets you, takes your drinks, we'll also bring our sauces out. We have 4 different types of sauces. It's really tasty. We have our red salsa. So this is the spicy, very nice. There's a nice little kick to it. We also have our green salsa. It's a little milder. We have our pipion. This is my favorite. I drink it all the time. It's made out of pumpkin seeds. This represents colonial Spain. And then we also have our vinegar with our Filipino peppers that represents the Philippines. So maybe you like something a little more spicy than I do. Maybe you like the pumpkin seeds. The thought process behind this is your food is not complete until it comes to the table, and then you try our sauces with it. Everyone has different tastes, but our sauces are designed to go with every item on our menu.
Every table has the plate with all 4 sauces.
And our servers will also be, tell you about the story, tell you about the galleon trades, tell it why it's so important to us, why we want to create this story for the world and for you. Entrees, the lechon. This is more of a delicacy item. This is fried pork belly. So not everyone, maybe, thinks of fried pork belly and thinks, oh, that doesn't sound so appetizing. Liz, my sister, McCulloch, she doesn't usually eat meat. This is one of her favorites too. And it really pairs well with the vinegar. So a lot of these dishes, coming from Manny and Susan's childhood, and we're just putting our version, our take on it to everyone enjoy.
And they all have rice, and you can even try all those with the rice.
Yes,
That's
you can.
what.
You can. So
Tell about the Rianos.
Rianos, yes, very tasty. So obviously a chili Riano. Well, we're all used to it around this area, but being the Mexican style in that. Well, the Filipino, it's an eggplant. Our head chef is Doma Carmen that used to run Mahler's back in the day. We had Mr. Brent Shoulders from PTCI over here, and we kind of consider him a Riano expert.
He considers himself.
Yes, you know, we want to give him that credit, right? So that being said, of course, he's used to the regular chili and the Mexican style of it. Well, he tried our eggplant and said it was the best he's ever had before.
But that's a chili and it's an eggplant inside.
Yes, it is.
And the cheese is different.
The cheese is different. It's a queso fresco cheese, which is a Spanish cheese. So again, we are giving the option as well. If you want to try a combination of trying the chili and the eggplant, you can do that as well.
And I noticed I didn't order it, but I was looking at it that the cheese isn't as greasy. It's not.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely not as greasy. These are made fresh daily, and the fresco to me is almost kind of like a Parmesan. I mean, but with a different spice character to it. That's the closest thing I can really put it to.
Well, I noticed that whoever's at our table, they ate all theirs.
Yeah, it's a good thing, right? We're really excited. We're really excited.
That's excellent. Now tell about the bar.
The bar. So we've come up with some specialty cocktails. We have our Galleon Sangria. Also our rum punch. These come with mango infused ice cubes.
Oh, yeah.
So we make these mango ice cubes daily. We obviously go through a lot of them. We also have our mules, our Magellan mules. Magellan was one of the first explorers that helped start the galleon trades. And so we want to put these names to give them significance, to even throw more of the story to them. The mules, you have specific type of liquors that do make it the mule. It comes with fresh lime juice and also the ginger beer. And then we also have our Santa Maria Mezcal Margarita. The Santa Margarita was one of the first galleon ships. So we have these signature drinks, and our bar is actually called the Port Side. It's a full open bar within Galleon, but it's a separate entity in itself that provides service for our guests. So just like our kitchen, just like the Port Side, if you want something, we have the ingredients. We would definitely love to help you with that.
Now, one of the questions that I've heard people asking, they wonder if there's a dress code.
There is no dress code.
Exactly, because you let me in.
Sure, yes. We'd let you in regardless what you're wearing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I brought a bikini, you wouldn't.
What is the galleon? I mean, that's the... I'm sure there were bikinis back then. Our dress code is casual.
But not on people like me.
Well, we're just talking about being broad, right? The temperament. The temperament.
The temperament.
The temperament. We're casual. Obviously, one of the greatest things about the galleon, as we can see, is that it doesn't look like you're in Guyman. You know, we also have one of our number one vision is we want to take care of our guests with guest hospitality. So we have black linens. We do things a little differently. As long as you have a shirt with shoes and pants, shorts, whatever, fully clothed, you're welcome in the galleon.
And I think it's important that it's for Guyman, but it's just something new. It's a new adventure to have here.
Definitely. And I think the best thing about the story of the galleon is we're starting in Guyman. You know, we have dreams and we have visions for the future for Galleon. But the wonderful thing is we get to experience this with all the great community of Guyman here too. We do take reservations as well.
But they're not
necessary. The only thing we say about reservations, we'd like you to call and put a reservation. As soon as you walk in the door, we can seat you. We want to, again, take care of our guests and make sure you have the best experience possible.
So do you have the phone number on the top of your head?
I do. I have a lot of information on the top of my head.
Whoa.
Yes, I know.
We don't have near that much time.
Oh, okay. Well, let's cut it down then. Our number for the galleon is 580-338-PORT, P-O-R-T. That is 580-338-7678. Also, we have a website as well. We have www.1565galleons.com. On our websites, we have menus for our lunch, which we just opened this week, going very well. Also our dinner, which we open back up at 5 p.m. So our lunch is 11 to 2. Dinner's from 5 till 10, Monday through Thursday. And then the kitchen closes at 11 on Friday and Saturday. Also, on that...
And tell where you're located.
We are located in the beautiful what's the word I'm looking for?
Renovated.
Renovated, thank you. And that was a revamped. Revamped. That's why we keep you around. You always have the right kind of words. Dale Hotel. And our address, physical address is 118 Northwest 6th Street, right in the corner of Quinn and 6th. So.
And it's excellent.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're really excited. I'm proud to be part of this. Our staff is having a great time, and so far, when we can tell, every guest that comes in the door are loving it. So we welcome anyone, and we'd love to see you.
Okay, thanks, Ian.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your time.
One of the interesting places to go these days is the brand new library. And I know you've got a lot going on at the library, so can you tell people what's available at the library and where it's located?
Well, the library is not just about books. Everybody thinks it's just, oh, hey, I can go in and check out a book and I can go home. The library is about providing information and services to the community. And in this case, our library provides, of course, books, audiobooks, ebooks even. You can get on Overdrive and download ebooks for free.
And you can do that at home, can't you?
Yeah, you can do that at home. If you have a Wi-Fi connection and you have a library card and you know your password, then it's very simple just to get on to your device and download a book from home. You don't even have to drive out and go anywhere. But we also provide free internet access with the computers if you don't have your own, or you have Wi-Fi at the library as well if you do have your own laptop. We also have meeting rooms that your group can schedule. We have programs that we'll talk about here in just a little bit. We also have services for copying, faxing, even scanning. We have the scanner now, which is a great tool, especially the last month there in April when we had tax season come out. And
I never thought about the library being busy during tax season.
Oh my gosh, it's so busy. It's so busy. The fax machine just constantly sending stuff.
And probably people on the internet also, on
downloading
the
the tax forms and even using the computer themselves to file their taxes online themselves.
Yes.
Which is a great feature. And we also have the children's story time area, so we can offer them story time as well, a place for your kids to play. So we have a lot of things that we offer just besides books.
Be sure to mention the genealogy.
Oh yes, we cannot forget the genealogy. If you want to look up information about your family, where you come from, the genealogy room is available with lots of materials, both in print and online as well. One of my favorite ones I just found is findagrave.com. And we were able to go online, and I was able to find out where some of my ancestors are buried, but also able to go back into census records and find out about my own ancestors and where they lived.
And we've got the Indian rolls too.
Right.
A lot of people think you have to go to Oklahoma City to the historical center, but Guyman's one of the few libraries that has
everything is local there. We have lots of local information and family information that you can go. And if you ever need assistance, there are some lovely ladies there at the genealogy room frequently, usually in the afternoons, to help you out with your research.
And they're good at it.
Oh, they're really good at it. I went to them recently with a question about my own grandmother that I know very little about her history. And they were able to pull up information on her parents, I guess would be my great-grandparents, and their siblings and where they lived at. And I had no idea about this stuff until I went and asked them, here's her name and her birth dates, go find.
And I think one of my favorite things is you can go online. I think it's via your website.
Yeah.
And you can look up the old newspapers. You have all of those. Don't you have almost all of them?
We have I believe almost all of the area newspapers.
And you can do a search for certain dates or
and it's
words.
It's very well organized. You search for something and then you can go in by year and by newspaper and then by date and get down to the actual article or obituary or record, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, that's great. It really is. Okay, but now we were talking about some of the programs.
Well, some of the programs this next month, or the next month in June is going to be our summer reading program. So the sign up and registration for that is in May. Throughout the month of May, you can either go into the library and sign up your children. We have a children's summer reading program. Teenagers, young adults. We have a young adult program this year. And also adults can go into the library and sign up for the adult summer reading program.
Wow, that's new.
And also on the Facebook page, we're also going to put up a link to where adults can go in and register online now as well. If you don't want to come into the library, sign up online and we'll get you started. We're going to have lots of programs for all age groups. Some of the adult ones are going to, since the theme this year is health and sports and staying healthy, some of our programs will be food safety, nutrition safety. Arlene James is going to do that for us.
What day is she going to do that?
I don't remember off the top of my head. If you'll go on to the Facebook page or even call up, I should have those dates. I believe it's the second or third Thursday of June. We're going to do stuff over how to exercise safely. Kelsey McCatty from Anytime Fitness is going to come in and lead that for us. I'm really excited about hers. And then also, Why Can't I Lose Weight? And I cannot remember who it is that's doing that one.
That's not me.
Well, apparently that's a problem because I've even tried and I can't seem to. So I'm really looking forward to listening to that myself. And then also we're going to start the yoga class back up that we were doing. And I'm going to lead that one. Along with some assistance from a video conferencing.
When does the yoga meet?
That one is going to be the first Thursday of June. And we're going to try and see how that goes and then maybe do some more with that later on. We've rescheduled the Oklahoma Healthy Aging Initiative Severe Weather Preparedness that we were supposed to have this month with Gary England for May 20th from 10 to 11. We're going to also keep on doing the adult coloring sessions, which is so much fun. I love the adult coloring stuff. Those are going to be May 9th and 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m.
Now that adult coloring, isn't that the cheapest therapy that's available?
Yeah, you don't have to pay to go to a therapist, and you can even go online and print out your own coloring pages. But we'll have pages there, we'll have materials, and it's a lot of good stress relief and conversation with other people in the community. And I personally love it. I have like a whole stack of the books at home that I kind of pull from every once in a while, but it's great stuff.
Okay, so that's what you've got there?
Yeah. If you have any questions, just call us at the library. It's 580-338-7330. And if you want to come in, we're located at 1718 North Oklahoma, right next to the Y.
Now you do the programs you schedule a lot of the programs.
Yeah, with the adults. Yeah.
So whenever, you've been real easy to work with as far as I'm concerned. And I think you're very easy to talk to if people have ideas for programs also.
Give me ideas. I love ideas, and you're making me blush too.
But
yeah, I love ideas. I love for people to come to me from the community and say, I need this. I think we need this. Can we do this? Yeah, sure. Let me get in touch with somebody and we'll set that up.
Well, Blair, I really appreciate you updating us on what's going on and all that you guys do and all the others out there.
Thank you.
Because it's awesome.
And we appreciate Guyman for giving us so much support.
Good deal. We have somebody really special today on the show. This is Alfonso Ortega, who was the 2015 Main Street Guyman Volunteer of the Year. And each year we have a Volunteer of the Year, and I think it's kind of special that last year's was a high school student, because we don't always associate our volunteers as being high school kids. And so this is Alfonso, and you got out of school early today, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and my teacher wasn't so fond of that.
Do I need to write you a note?
No, I'm fine, don't worry.
All right. Well, Alfonso, would you tell where you live and what grade you are?
Well, I live in Altima, Oklahoma, and I considered all of Texas County, I guess, my home. I really don't say I'm just kind of a Texas County, Goodwell, Guyman, Altima, Hooker. I mean, I just go around there. I consider that my home.
So did you go to grade school in Optima or in Guyman?
I went to Ultima grade school, yeah.
And then you came over here when you hit
When I was in 6th grade.
6th grade, you came to Guyman.
Yeah, the reason I came over was my sister was in band, and then they started 6th graders in band, so that's why I came over. So.
And you do love that band still.
I do. I love. It's a great program. I love it. It's one of my passions, and I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, would you tell, let's see, you've been a volunteer for Main Street for over 2 years.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah, 2 years.
And will you explain, do you remember when it started?
The way it started was I joined a program in high school called Upward Bound, and it was through
Upward Bound through the high school.
Through the high school, yeah. And Terry Mora had this idea that high schoolers should do community service, which at first I was like, okay, service. I think it's give back to the community. And the first thing I did was Loves and Fishes. And I really enjoyed it. I found out things in the communities, how the Loves and Fishes help about 100 families a week, and it really hit me hard. It's like, oh man, I need to do service and help the community out because it's a service that's needed. Volunteerism. I don't know how you say that.
They're all volunteers at Loaves and Fishes.
Yeah, and it's needed. And then one day I came over to with you and helped you. One time I helped you.
First we did trash cleanup.
The trash cleanup, yeah. And I think in my mind I had decided that I need to give back to the community in some way. This community that needs help, and I need to serve them in some way. And so I knew you were the way to go. So I just came back and asked you if you needed anything.
And I think you've been back every week since.
Every week since. I don't think, maybe Christmas.
I didn't really want to work too hard anyway.
But yeah, every week since I think I was been trying to help you or do some community service in any way. And I think that's my goal, help anybody, any service in the community. Because this is the community that built me. This is that gave me the personality, gave me those traits I have. And then, this is the community that raised me, and I should give back. And I think that's what mentality I have.
And can you talk about some of the activities, some of your favorite ones or different ones that you've helped with through Main Street?
The first one I helped was with Cookout over there at Balls.
Cowboy Cookout.
Yeah, Cowboy Cookout. That was the first time I met you and Jada, and that was an experience.
We're not going to expound on that.
I loved it. You guys are great. You guys are a hilarious group of people. I loved it. But it was the first sense of working with you guys, and then I really enjoyed it, so that's why I kept coming back. Other things I've done is Azuma and Fiesta. Azuma was a great experience for me. I've helped other services before, other events and stuff like that, but Azuma was one where I saw the people that went to the event help out and clean up. And,
oh yes, yeah. That is a fact. The African people that come to attend, they help in every way, and they're in there till the cleanup's done.
Oh yeah, it could have been an hour and a half job, and then it went down to 30 minutes, and it was amazing. They all helped. Every one of them helped pitched in, and then we were done before the sun was down.
Yes.
And it was great. And Fiesta is always a great event to do. I love it. It brings out the heritage of the Mexican community and shows that the people, this is who we are, and it represents us. And I love how you represent us, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, well, now it's actually a city event, but we're the partners on it.
Partners
and so
on that,
there's a lot of people that make it happen.
Yeah, and it's I know Soyla does a lot of work with it.
It is Soyla, yes.
Yeah, and I appreciate all the work she's done. Other events I've done is community cleanups.
You've been involved on a lot of those.
Oh yeah, I think community cleanups shows, especially high school students and younger kids, shows that, oh man, throwing your trash away and not throwing it in the dumpster. Someone's got to pick it up, or it's just gonna stay there. And it is work, and it shows the younger ones that pick your trash up, And I think it's a great event.
Well, let me just take this moment to tell you thank you for all you've done with Main Street Chamber events, because you've helped with those too, and the city events. But we're not done yet.
Oh yeah, hoping to stay here the rest of my life.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.